Kat and Zai. Tell me about how you guys first met and how that led up to the two of you falling in love.
So we first met our first year at the University of Miami back in 2016. We lived in the same freshman year tower dorm on neighboring floor. Like he was floor 11, I was floor 10, and there was just this kind of friend group that formed of the freshmen, and we met each other through that. I was a hermit. I got invited out, and he was already a part of the group, and then I became part of the group.
Yeah, and we started hanging out with them, and then it became slowly us hanging out alone together. Ever so slowly.
Yeah. So we were like this for 3.5 years.
Yeah. It was
friends.
to the point that everyone we would meet, anybody new, any family that met both of us, would be like, so how's your girlfriend or how's your boyfriend? And we're like, oh, we're just friends.
Yeah.
For years until eventually, we actually started dating and everyone's like, oh, well, we thought you were the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was either we thought you were the whole time or, oh my God, finally.
Yeah.
Our friend Campbell, who was our
Your
oldest.
friend going into college, yeah.
Yeah, she was my friend in high school originally. She was our oldest shipper. She was the original Kat and Zai truther. She was convinced immediately, back in 2016.
She thought we were.
Well, yeah, she
because
did.
when I first she sent me a text, I think it was the second semester, asking how Kat's boyfriend was doing, and I was like, haha, we're just friends. So
I forgot
here
about
we
that.
are, yeah.
Hey. She was right eventually.
Yeah, everyone was right. Everyone we met was right, yeah.
Eventually.
So then how did that lead up to you guys becoming more official?
So it eventually reached a point that we were practically dating, but just didn't make it such until one random day we're hanging out and it just came up in the conversation. We're like, we're together, right? And
Yeah.
we were both like, yeah, okay, cool. And that was it. There was no official, formal, be my partner or anything like that. It was just, we practically were at that point and just decided to let's officially put the title on it. So no one's confused because everyone in our life was at that point.
Yeah.
Because I remember telling my parents and they're just like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, okay, cool. It's that's new. It's just, yeah, that's how it's been. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, and this is just me being annoying. So, did you guys do the whole Facebook official thing, and then people were like, "Oh, of course," or was there any sort of grand announcement of any kind?
There was a bit of confusion on Facebook because
you.
Prior to us being official or whatever on Facebook, because we were official way before we decided to put things on Facebook. I had jokingly did one with a friend of mine 1 year, just I don't know why, but people thought it was real for a bit. So then when in real life, we would meet people and I'd be like, this is Kat, my girlfriend. People were like, what happened to so-and-so? So I think that's what sparked the conversation to put it on Facebook, because we're we've confused a lot of people. Let's make sure everyone's on the same page and put it on something they can see at any point. So it was official way before Facebook, but some distant relatives got the truth then. So.
I get a hey girly text.
Yeah, it was. I remember some alumni friends at that point, because they had graduated by then, were so confused. They're like, what happened to so-and-so? And I was like, we never were together. That was just a joke.
We did it for the bit.
Yeah, we were official way before we ever, social media, hey guys, we're together kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, so because of your guys' background, I assume me asking when the first date was is going to be a very challenging answer.
Because when did we think it was a date versus when did we think it was just two friends hanging out?
You know what, let's skip both.
So when was our first date?
Our first official actual date was after we made it official.
Yeah.
We didn't
a year after.
No, it was 2 weeks.
No, it was a while after we were
no,
together.
Genuinely, we went to fall break and then we came
back.
back.
Oh, no, not that. Yeah.
So, we didn't really go anywhere. We just, were just let's do a little date night. Our first date night. He made chicken carbonara. That was a recipe from a friend of ours. And we watched Did we watch the Steven Universe movie that day, or were we just watching Steven Universe?
I think we were just watching episodes because you had introduced me to it like the month before.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we watched Steven Universe and ate chicken carbonara.
Yeah.
What about when you guys were unofficial? Was there like a defining moment when you guys hung out alone where you, I don't really know how to word it, was there any moment back then that really stands out?
Yes. So other than the many, many nights Kat would forget that they had their own dorm and would stay at mine, there was one night I remember we were watching something on YouTube. I forget exactly what it was. But it was in the Eaton dorms, I believe. No, it was in Mahoney Pearson.
Okay.
And I remember that the conversation of couples had come up, and we had jokingly just been like, ha ha ha, like whatever about it. And in my head, I was like, are we dating? And I wasn't sure. So rather than say anything, I just assumed no, even though we were mid-cuddle at that time. It's not something I did with all my friends. So, like, we're literally, like, holding each other, watching this, like, show. Lights are off. It's, like, 12:30, and I'm like, are we together? Probably not.
We're just friends.
But we absolutely, yeah. That was one of the moments where I understood where our friends were confused. When we told them that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, alright, so we're going to shift gears a little
Undertale,
bit.
that's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so, Zach, tell me about how you popped the question.
Yes. So we had initially planned a trip after we all graduated, us and our friend group, to see each other in Chicago. We were all going to like meet up at our friend's house and stay there for a couple days. And while we were planning this, I just one day woke up and decided I'm going to ask Kat, but I didn't know exactly how. So I talked to my mom about it first, and I came up with the idea of like, why don't I just do it at the Chicago trip? Because Kat would never expect it, because it was set up as a friend thing. So I contacted my friend whose house we were going to stay at, and I asked, like, hey, is it okay if I do this? Like, I don't want to ruin the vacation. And the next day, she had booked a restaurant for us. She had the whole itinerary planned. So obviously it was a yes. So at that point, everyone knew except for Kat. And I had the ring. I had gotten it that, like, next weekend with my mom. We went out and shopped, and I found, like, the perfect one right away. And so I'd shown everyone at that point, even though Kat was like living in the same house, never saw it. And Chicago trip happened, and we went. And the plan was to propose at the Shedd Aquarium. And I had signed us up for penguin like tours, because how they used to do them is you go into an exhibit and you got to like hold the penguins and like play with them and stuff. And I was like, that'd be the perfect spot, like a great place to get pictures, whatever. Our friends could like stand outside and get it. Be great. However, it was around like when COVID was still like heavier, so they had changed it so that it was some random back room in their aquarium where they had the penguins. So in the middle of the penguin exhibit, wedding ring in my left pocket, I pull out my phone and I text my friend, it hasn't happened yet. Don't say anything. I need to find a new spot. And so we get out of the penguin exhibit, and his girlfriend, he didn't tell her for some reason. So she's walking forward and about to say congratulations, and he goes and grabs her, pulls her out of the way, tells her what happened real quick, and I'm like, don't worry guys, I got a perfect place. So for the next 5 minutes, we're getting to where I wanted to do it, but the whole time, and he's my best man now, but they were like, oh, this is a really good place for some pictures, right? And like being way too obvious about it, but thankfully Kat was equally oblivious.
I'm just like, yay, pictures!
So we eventually get to the place, and it's one of those rooms where the entire wall is like a glass, whatever, and there's like sharks and fish swimming in it. And so I'm like, oh, this would be a great place to do some pictures, like get ready. And we took some pictures, and I was like, oh, one more. And then I popped the question, and I still make fun of Kat for this, but Kat had just gotten their nose pierced that morning. Yeah. Which I didn't know was happening.
No, yeah.
And so they kept going, are you serious? Ow. Are you serious? And it happened like 3 times.
Yeah.
To the point that like I had like a whole speech about I was going to go on and be like whatever. And at that point, I just laughed and said, "Will you marry me?" I was just like, "This is perfect. I'm gonna take it." So yeah, I popped the question there, and it ended up being really perfect.
Yeah, it was excellent.
I love that. That's a fantastic story.
Just like a lot of like things went wrong and ended up making it even better.
Wow.
So yeah, it worked out. Yeah.
Pure chaos. It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Does your nose still hurt?
Am I sleeping
Not if I don't
wrong?
surprise you. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause you always.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, so how has the wedding planning been going?
Good.
It's fun.
It's planning a wedding is stressful, but it's gotten really smooth. We've been very lucky that a lot of our friends and family have been so willing to help us out like immediately.
Oh yeah.
So everything's on track. Everything's pretty much good. It's just like wrapping up details and like planning out the finer things like the exact itinerary and stuff like that for the night. But everything's good. Wedding invites are all sent out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything's been going pretty well.
Any major hiccups? Or minor hiccups?
Well, there was one. I unfortunately had to replace someone in my wedding party.
Ooh, that's juicy.
But, it wasn't like a big fight kind of thing. It was just, he was prioritizing other things, and the wedding was one of them. And, that sucks, but, like, it happens. It's just unfortunate that it happened, around, like, this kind of moment in time. But I don't think it has anything to do with like specifically the wedding or anything. It's just poor timing. So thankfully another one of my really close friends stepped in like immediately. Was super excited, and I'm so glad he's in the wedding party now
too. Honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but something's always got to go wrong, right?
Oh yeah.
Might as well happen before the day.
Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Right.
So up to this point, how long have you guys been together?
We've been together. It was
November.
Officially and unofficially.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. It's like
Oh boy. Officially, it was November 20th of 2019.
which would be 5.
It'll be
I
5
can't
years
count.
this November.
This November, yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
4.5 years. Yeah.
And then how long have you guys been together unofficially?
8.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much like a month after we met.
Yeah.
Because that's when Campbell started. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
And your mom too. Your mom's been
She was suspicious, but she didn't talk about it as much.
She was not subtle about it, but okay.
thought she
every
was.
time we talked, it was, "Oh, hi, son-in-law." So I think she's been waiting for me to pop the question longer than you have.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, so unofficial,
8
it was
years.
been and then we've been engaged since 2021, January 22.
22.
That's right.
January 22.
January, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 6 days into it. So
It was barely 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just over 2 years.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, to close this out, do you guys have any closing remarks?
I love you.
I know. No, it's good. I love you too. Closing remarks? No. Just that this is going to be my parents' favorite wedding. My parents have 5 kids. So I'm taking that ownership, and in 10 years from now when I watch this video, Mom and Dad, this is a reminder.
All right. Thank you guys very much.
I would help a lot with like my brothers,
You're on
like
it right now.
volleyball and kickball games and stuff like that. And I worked at Sesame Place, man. And if I could deal with a child climbing on the Sesame people, I'd be fine.
I mean, yeah, like
They would climb on Elmo. They would like.
Nate is texting you.
Oh, he's just probably congratulating me. He's not able to make it, so.
I love the oldest 4.5.
no, like working at summer camps, working with kids all the time, it's always like you learn how to deal with essentially deal with kids. Like lack of a better term, like help kids, guide them, encourage them.
Yeah.
But really just like deal and like how to like if they're throwing a fit, if they have problems, you're like, okay, like what's going on?
Part of it too is that like kids are so much smarter than you think.
Oh my god, no.
Because like I've had full-on conversations with 6-year-olds. Like it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't believe kindergarten was so boring today.
Staff members were like, why, like all these kids like fucking love you. Like, why do all these kids love you? I'm like, because I talk to them like they're people.
Yeah.
And not like something you need to like
Hi,
Yeah.
friend.
Hi, buddy. No, like,
I
hey,
get
what's up, guy?
that. I get that from my students. Like, I mean, part of it is that I'm a sub and they don't want to do work. Part of it is that I'm a sub and they don't want to do work, like real work. But also, I think that I'm just like, I do have to yell at them sometimes because it's like 40 kids in the class. But other times I'm just like, hey man, you know you're not supposed to be doing that right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Like the other day with Kat was
They-
genuinely a terrifying moment of them just looking at me like this.
No, it's kiddo.
Because whenever they're like,
Oh, yesterday.
whenever they're thinking really hard, they get really intense. And it was exactly like that moment in Get Out. And I was like,
No,
whoa.
Josh was
Is it-
looking at like my side of the room the other day, like,
Yeah.
and I was like,
You do that
what?
too.
And,
Locked in.
For real.
and I was like, did I say something?
And it's like, it'll be like, I'm remembering a Steven Universe episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally just like.
Hey.
No,
Yeah,
she was
hello.
So I'm guessing the bride is here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me big dog.
So I'm not allowed to leave the room for
You
a
all
little
look
bit.
so nice.
Thank you.
How does Cat's hair look? Huh? How's Cat's hair look?
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Is it good?
Don't talk about it. It looks nasty. It's gross, and it has gum in it, and
It's
I'm
not
not gonna
nice
cry.
to talk about yourself like that.
Damn.
Right in the wall.
Love you.
All right, push
That's
you up the
Love
stairs.
you.
Either way, I'm excited.
Yes, I am too. You're gonna get a lot of paper towels so you can wipe my tears away.
Do you like him?
What?
Do you
Oh,
like him?
yeah. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, you look awesome.
Yeah, I think I'm just excited to have brothers.
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, because you're.
Yeah, it's getting 5 all at once.
You're gonna have to, like, yeah.
Do you like brothers?
double.
Brothers?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So many more kids are just added to that line now.
Whoa.
I said this to Kat's mom, but I'm also gonna say it to you, like, thank you for having us.
Yeah,
We're
yes.
a lot.
Yeah.
We're like 10 plus people in the
Yeah,
house.
it
It's
was
very
loud.
packed.
It was a lot.
Like, yeah,
But
we're
we
loud,
genuinely really
like,
appreciate
raunchy,
you.
rowdy group. It was a good one.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I really appreciate you guys opening your doors for us.
that was fun to
Zai,
listen to.
Zay will be dropping your belt off in 5 minutes.
Thank you.
I got
Yeah, I'm
some-
done being
Thank you,
cheesy
bye.
now. I'm done
No,
being
you're
cheesy.
good.
Yeah, I'm in morning.
I'm gonna lie,
Sorry.
it's been
Do you
much
just
like
want to
we're
go down and get it
sleeping,
for you?
but like we're happy.
No, you can bring it up here.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'll just let them know
I
what
was
the
a
room is.
party animal until you guys showed up. I realized, oh no, I just got out.
And like we're all
Yeah,
like
there's some fun
still
stuff.
not like party people. So we just
Oh,
are
yeah.
rowdy with each other.
It's
Yeah.
very nice. It's
Yeah.
time-
Yeah, I don't go to
time
parties. Like,
Like, I've never seen the house.
Well, that's
that
what we
packed
did. They
full
brought the
for,
time
like,
with
a
me
long
when we were trying to
time.
find
Like,
that.
I knew it was
So I
packed
didn't
when I
want
went to use
something
the
that's
kitchen
heavy.
bathroom.
That's the
which is
best.
like a
Because
tiny
it's
little room.
lots of
And there
yellow.
were 3 people
So
in
I
that
found that
bathroom.
to
Like, I
put
didn't even put that many in there.
Yeah.
yeah.
It really did. You guys will
Like,
see in a
there was
minute.
barely any
I'll
floor
put
space
that
in
on
the living room.
Yeah.
At 2
Where'd you
o'clock, I
guys-
think we'll get
Where'd you
it.
guys go to suit up?
In here,
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 here.
she's needed a
Yeah,
bath.
this is dressing room.
We have a bathroom.
We actually took turns getting completely changed right on the top balcony.
Well, one of us sat in the seats and we're like, no, retuck your shirt again.
Yeah.
Yeah, give each other notes.
Yeah, we were like
Yeah.
exchanging underwear too.
Zai,
it was a-
I'm fine.
Yeah, we're these are little tiny.
Yeah, the Hollingsworth
Yeah, I'm
house
sorry.
is
I'm
packed.
sure.
Bro,
Yeah.
that was great.
Yeah. Yeah, making you look.
Hello.
Yeah, Hollingsworth house is packed.
You're just.
When you enter the venue, there's going to be a stairway up to the top. Right on the room to the left
It was
if you're
tough,
facing
yeah.
like
Like sitting
back to
down.
the doors.
Yeah.
Finding floor space.
Finding anywhere. Yeah,
Well,
Mary was like,
there's-
oh, you should slide a little closer. I was like,
Yeah.
Where?
Thank you.
yeah.
Wait, you could have asked someone. We could have asked someone to switch.
You still ready?
Yeah.
Cool. There you
I
go.
don't want to.
Sorry, I'm almost done.
No, you're good. Take your time.
I was trying.
Here's the.
And then we can
liner.
do your eyeliner.
Yeah, you just tell me when you need me.
Cool.
So Zai, how was the rehearsal yesterday?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was nice to see all my family and friends in one place, even though they were a little rowdy. It was alright. Yeah, you're rowdy. But yeah, it was nice. It was very simple and sweet. But yeah, I'm excited to see more of my family today though, because I didn't get to see all of them yesterday. Especially like aunts and uncles I haven't seen in like years. Oh, you're already here. Hello.
Hey,
I know, right? Mom's where I get the looks from.
Yeah. The dress looks lovely.
Thank you
Yeah.
very
Yes.
much.
Yeah,
So
Thank
where
you.
are they?
they're on the other side.
Down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying not to stand in the doorway much so I don't see anything.
Okay.
They all know that it's your space.
small of my back, and I cut it to here about 2 months ago. Let's see.
Yeah, it took us a while, a few different cuts, and I was like, you know, how do I get it so it lays on the side, because I just have so much hair. So I keep joking with the kids, I'm like, you don't have to worry about losing your hair. It's not in the cards.
If I let mine lay its natural part, my hair looks just like yours.
Really?
And I know that
I remember your hair looked like that, yeah.
Yeah, I finally went with the part, because I'm like, okay, the cowlick is not my friend.
I've got the 2 in the back. I just showed them all.
I have one in the back too. Yep. Yeah.
Okay, this actually isn't a wedding. This is a get together to finish.
My friend, yours, everything is so aside. And it's like, you're ahead in hand, so it's very blob.
Green screen.
Green screen. Oh my god, wait, I need a picture of you.
Though also, the other thing is, I did buy this first. Because I bought this with a different outfit that it didn't go with.
What?
The short sleeve was the way to go.
I know.
It looks so pretty. It looks really good.
Well, and for after when I take my jacket off and it's hard out.
That was
Sew the pants. I'm curious.
How did you make this happen? Do you really want to know?
Yes.
Okay,
where did you
so
sew this?
really, thank you for asking.
Oh, I-
Two
okay.
things. So there are panels on both sides.
Oh, yes, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you would know if you were looking for it, but, and then there's actually panels in the thighs.
Oh, I
yeah.
see it now that you pointed
Yeah,
out, but.
and it, like, unless I was to spread my legs just on your face, which you probably wouldn't have. But that's,
After they
Blocks in the hotel.
yeah, during
I mean, you know, who knows where we're going once.
Yeah,
I was
both
like, you're
places.
such a gentleman.
My sewing job is
Well, and they're still gigantic on my waist. They were big on my waist before I added panels, but I needed to space on my hips.
Those hips don't lie, but they do talk a lot.
They won't show them.
Stop talking for your hips and not stop talking to everything.
Well, and the thing is that cat, as you are well aware, it's hard for me because the more muscular I get, it's just more defined. They don't get, it doesn't get smaller.
Listen, you are Iowa beef.
I know, it's the steroids.
I know.
They did a test run before.
Are you also on
She
camera?
messed with a different.
I have never had testing.
Same.
I'm trying to get some special K in my life.
Oh Lord. Hi.
Tell me about the rehearsal yesterday.
Oh no.
So the rehearsal dinner was a lot of fun. We didn't do a whole lot of actual rehearsing because there wasn't a whole lot to rehearse. Sorry, I'm like flipping a mirror
No,
at you.
you can focus on your makeup as you talk today.
But so it was like a 2-room thing that we had reserved. So I kind of corralled all of the bridal party into one room because we get really loud when we're all together, like really loud. So in the interest of the parents being able to converse with each other, we were loud in the other room. And it turned out great. It ended up being a great time. It was great to see everybody coming in. Yeah, it went really well.
What kind of motion you put on?
It's much better.
Technically, there's also butt pockets, but there's.
I left mine sewn up. No, wait, I didn't.
I have like, I have buttons on.
Well, try to stick your hand in there.
Yeah, they're like.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little tight.
That way you just get them.
Never mind. I think maybe I won't say that.
It's still good to. It's still good. To, so yours is fine. Your boutonniere is fine.
Bring it anyway.
Bridal side, have y'all done photos yet?
No.
No, because Kat's not dressed yet.
Right.
On camera?
Oh, I need my jacket. And my jacket.
Yes, I want to.
You get that. No, because that
Sorry,
one is huge.
Steven's bringing my jacket and cape so we can get everything figured out.
Oh,
Thank you.
is it?
Thank
No.
you, Steven.
It's not that one.
It's this one, right?
No,
Because
it was
the
the
baby
double
was behind
fern.
it. It was the double fern.
Let me look at the other one. I 10,000.
Okay, who's got good hands for this?
It was the only one.
Who's got good hands for this? I can do it to somebody else, can't do it to myself.
You want to trade me?
Okay. If you want Jorge's instead.
Careful of the
You
drag.
want it on the outside of the bag?
Yeah.
Hold on. Moment. I think it is that one, but double check.
It was double.
It was double fern for sure.
It was double fern and it was massive.
It was massive.
No, it was this one because this one was flat.
Ivan
This one was flat.
stays down here.
Totally okay.
I don't think so.
Ivan, do you have a boutonniere?
It's not Sam's.
Did you take a boutonniere?
Not that one. Oh, it could
Okay,
be.
then no.
Look at the flower.
Wait, it's that. No.
All right.
I don't know.
I think regardless, it's a little.
Do they have the jacket down there?
My suit jacket? Oh, yeah. So, it's over here. I'm so sorry. I didn't run up for nothing. Can you grab my suit? Can you grab my suit jacket?
Oh, you might be wearing size boutonniere. Hold
That
on.
being said, it's a little wilted. So
Yeah.
We'll figure this out.
Sam, when you have a second,
I got
we need you to double check.
Alright.
Hold this.
Let me see. I'm going to actually take this from you because I forgot that the blue jobs on these weren't super pretty.
That's
So I wanted to
that
give
one.
it.
All right, it is this one. Sorry.
It's okay.
We're all crowded in.
Groomsmen, just make sure that everyone double checks their boutonniere, please.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's not mine.
Ferns. We have
It's two ferns. If it has two ferns.
I have one fern
That's
now.
three ferns. I know, it might be this one. It's not this one.
You got that one person next to yours is the biggest.
Yeah, but it's
I
the biggest
know.
because it's wilted.
It's a little wilted, yeah.
That's
Okay.
why it's the biggest. Huh?
You guys pick whatever one is good.
I
I'm
know.
cool with whatever.
I don't think Kat will care that much
we're trying
at
to
this point.
No, we had it
Do we
separate,
want-
but it
got mixed up.
Yeah. Do we want Emma to make a final call?
All three with the double fern.
It's this one.
Okay, cool.
I think it's this one.
The
Then,
baby's right
Of like, it's I don't think it's the one that you made, but
I choose
all-
whichever one looks the best.
Yeah, truly, I think that's
it's whatever the
best
one
move
looks
is
the
best
best.
one.
yeah.
That's.
And I like that one because it has
So,
two.
groomsmen, if you currently do not have a boutonniere because we took it off of you, make sure someone helps you get it back on.
It's this one.
Do you mind pinning it to me?
I get your booty over here. Come on.
Point to the other group.
I do. It's all good.
Red team.
Okay, now it's shirts and skins.
I can make it a little lower and then move it a little bit further back so it's hanging a little more.
I think that's what we want
Is
to do.
that secure?
It is.
Yeah.
And it
It's a
keeps
little-
and it
so
keeps
it's a
the
little
hood
earring,
open.
So it's like hooked in. It's like hooked in.
I like how the stones are like obscure enough where if you're not a Zelda fan, it looks like some sort of traditional
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
And that was the point of our
That's the
beginning.
idea.
And Nick, you did a great job on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
thank
they're
you so
gorgeous.
much.
Thank you, Nick.
Demon King. Secret stones.
Sages?
My sages.
My
D-
sages.
si-
I wish
Secret
you had
Stones?
7 on both
Demon
sides.
King?
I know.
Yeah.
I,
That would have been so funny.
Secret stone.
Yeah, we'll do
It's okay, you're the 7th.
true. Well, yeah, the king goes to war.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's the king, it's his sister, it's Zelda, and because one of you is the Soul Stone too. One of you's Minoru. Yeah, it's you two. Yeah.
Yeah, you and I are
Getsu.
Raru. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly like-
Raru, yeah.
Named or something?
Yes, because you're a little guy, and that's the little guy in the story.
Yeah. What's the
Look up, go.
It's not-
When
it's
you got
not-
another thing,
it's
look
not
up Tears of the
particularly
Kingdom 2 landing. You'll see.
Are there thoughts
It's the
behind
same voice.
one,
It's
or
the
is
same
some
voice
of
as
them
Go
only
from
thoughts?
Hunter
I think
Hunter.
all
That's
of
part
them
of it.
have some level of thought.
So what's the meaning behind me being lightning?
Because you're Lightning McQueen, ka-chow!
You come
Ka-chow.
from the desert and only women live where you live.
Oh, the
except
lightning's
for
because you're
Ganon.
hot. Just like the Gerudo.
Hang on a second. This is
Also,
not a sitting dress.
yellow theme.
It's true. It is yellow. It's
It'll
true.
definitely be an adjustment thing.
That was my thought.
Coyote.
And yellow's usually like.
Quiet coyotes. Did anybody take their boutonniere from the bin with the yellow lid?
No.
There's
There's
the
only
bride's
one
side.
left in here, and one was supposed to be Suzanne's.
I have mine on.
Okay, we need Vi's and then Bennett's, and I can't find.
Is
a
there
third
okay,
person.
so you might side box?
Are there more boutonnieres in the main box though?
So they got shuffled because
They might have got, size got used
Okay.
elsewhere, so they got shuffled. We took some out.
Does it matter too much?
It does not.
I knew she
Of course,
had
I'm
one.
Rowan.
I had a hunch. I'm like, I know she's.
So what we're gonna do then is you're gonna go ahead and button her and you're gonna kind of love on her dress and like,
Can she
okay, and
button and I love on the dress because I don't have my glasses on.
yes, of course. Let's have you guys switch positions then, so her face is lit.
I button it. It will be
And I will
very
grab-
curious.
Will you grab a crochet hook? It is in the big
I'm
white
just looking at
box.
the buttons to see what I'm got going here. Okay.
Yeah, they're like little.
Yeah, so
Got
in
it.
the big camera box.
Yep.
Oh, in the front pouch is a white envelope that's plastic and there's a crochet hook.
Yes.
I should have brought my big clock fan.
Oh, hold on, let me get that hanger out of the way.
Oh yeah.
So that we don't have a hanger on your face. Like, what a beautiful hanger getting in the gown.
It's lovely. It's fancy. It's from the bridal shop.
Actually, it's from my closet. I stole your hanger and pulled
Oh
it out.
God.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
So go ahead, yep.
look balanced.
You do.
We zipping it first? No. Are we supposed to zip it?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry. It's okay. I'm just making sure it gets done. Suck it in.
So watch looking too low, your chin, a little bit higher, there you go.
I was trying to suck in my gut. Keeping the legs bent a little bit.
Atta girl, shift them if you need to.
Yeah. No, I don't need to shift. I just need to keep them
I think
bent.
you got it.
How far?
Now,
That was
same thing
fast.
as the crochet.
Oh, okay.
All right, so he's coming with it in just a sec.
Do you need this?
Downstairs.
Yeah, it has a little
That did
hook.
us too.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind holding my
Oh,
hair?
really?
Okay, we'll do it again.
Alright, yeah, we're ready. When we hear the
Their
door.
eyes are closed, so they can't see you until you tell them to open.
It's getting a little wobbly over here though.
Yeah, I'm like, I am losing my
The
balance.
knees are unlocked, but I swear. Oh yeah, don't unlock my knees.
What does
I don't hear the door
mean, though?
closing.
Don't count like
Because I'm like, I feel like I'm locking them into the crouch position.
Bend one knee. Knee one straight. Bend one knee.
Okay. Everybody, keep your eyes closed. We're kind of getting her into position.
Wonderful.
Okay. It's a Lamaze exercise.
So how long do we take?
Okay, let's stop there. Can we let her cape go? And then we'll have the mamas back up to the landing. Yeah, just hold on a second. Let your mamas get up so that.
My eyes be watering.
I know. I'm like, whoa.
Okay, so we're gonna have to take a couple of steps, then we're gonna have a look at their eyes, okay? All right. Right?
Oh wait, I hear a countdown.
Yeah, she's coming. Hold on.
Which means.
Okay, ladies. And gentlemen.
Right. You opening?
That's adorable.
Oh my
Are you gonna assassinate me?
Yes. Please do. Count your days.
Okay.
It's fine, you won't have to turn corners. Okay. No, man. It's like a gentle corner.
Give her a hug, guys. She's ready to blast.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm ready for some flowers.
But it is specific, but I got it. So I just
I'm like, no. Who made your flowers?
Oh my god, they're really talented. Oh my
They're
god.
really amazing.
Fantastic. Who made our flowers? So someone really talented must have directed them really well.
Yeah. Someone that knows flowers.
Someone
really
from the
well.
Kroger Floral Department.
Honestly, Kroger Floral Department's sleeping.
Kroger Floral.
They're sleeping on it.
Listen, is this nice?
Group hug on her?
Yeah.
Group hug.
We're supposed to have
No flowers.
Are you surprised but not that surprised?
Not at all.
Okay. Thank you.
Wow. Morticia.
Good to see you guys. Yes.
Ah.
Oh, my strap. Get the hugs in and then we'll put it back, yeah.
All right, one more hug with all of you guys.
Group hug.
Dad's like, ah.
Yes. Sweet. Yeah, we went to hug and it just went.
Yeah, it popped off a lot when we were trying things on. So,
Yeah, this was-
so I wanted to put something old in your dress, first of all. So your bustle has 3 buttons back here. The biggest one back there is from Aunt Becky. It was her special favorite in her entire box because she had a set. It's a big crystal one. The 2 on the sides are from Grandma Cora's collection.
Oh, wow.
So that's your and then this is from me, my collection.
Told Cat this is the most color I've
And
probably
this is from Grand's dress that she wore at my wedding. It's a little pouch that you can pin onto your dress if you want to have it.
Yeah.
So, Grandfather.
Yes.
So, Grandfather talked to me in his last couple of weeks. One day he said, I'm not going to be able to.
So good, the girls already done the guys.
Yeah, he goes, I have something I want to go in my place. And he's like, I want her to have this on her wedding day. It's very important to me.
We have time after.
I'm not trying to make you cry, I'm just telling you. So he said he wants you to have this with love, and he knows that you will treasure
Yeah.
all
And
this.
it's not really a handkerchief, it's a
The
actual
like the big
dinner
combo, you mean?
napkin.
Yeah.
They did a napkin.
God damn it.
Well, tell him what it is.
This is a piece of moose poop.
Piece of what?
Moose poop. Encased in glass, I believe, or resin.
He
But,
told me to make sure it was gone, so we said somebody else took off with it. She
Let's
wanted
plan on
it.
doing it back there and let's.
He said to tell you he would be here.
Oh my god, of course, yeah.
So we'll have to schedule them.
Yeah, put it in the pouch. That's.
Oh yeah.
Can we have you put it in your hands like this?
What is that? He was
It's moose shit.
He was chortling about it. He was so excited about it because she had this thing hanging on. He was a hunter.
Yeah.
He was a,
This was kind of the thing that I was like, I really want that. Like, I ended up getting a deer knife after everything, but.
All right.
he's like, make it disappear till the wedding.
That's also
Yes, sir.
wearing pants, but.
That work okay?
Oh my god. I'm like, what is this? What could it possibly be? Because I have no idea what he's got tucked in that house.
She kept saying, I have all my jewelry. I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna wear this. It's cool. I cannot believe.
Grandfather is cackling right now. That's all I have to tell you. Because he was rotten pleased with himself that day.
Violet, did you know about this?
Oh yeah. I knew from the start.
You knew it the whole time? All right. Are we ready to tie the memento onto any place, like our
Oh,
date,
I've got
or is
it.
it just a gift that's going to
Oh,
be?
she's gonna fasten it
It's
onto
an
me.
invisible memento.
Okay.
Yeah.
Given the circumstances of what it is.
Oh my god. I'm trying not to get it.
It won't fall out. It won't go anywhere.
And do we have somebody designated to grab my vow book?
It's upstairs.
It is upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody will get it.
Oh, it's
Okay.
so what we're gonna do is we gotta do a few of your portraits. So for your portraits, can we put your hood back?
Yes, we absolutely
That
can.
is so very,
That way you have this beautiful headband and
Yeah.
these braids.
Flipping this right side up.
Okay, so what we're going to have you do is you're basically choo-choo trained today because you got this big dress, right?
Yes,
So
I'm
you can
listening.
only really walk forward. So we're going to have you walk forward and around. Just going to put you right under that.
Forward and around. Okay, give me 1 second. There's a brown spot.
Friends and family, from near and far, I would like to welcome you to this joyous day. That has been, for some of you, a long time coming as we celebrate the marriage of Zy Reed and Kat Hollingsworth. Now, before I begin, I'd like to offer you the opportunity to take pictures as you wish. We do have a photographer and a videographer who will capture everything. But if you wish to take a few, now is your time. Now please silence your phones and put them away. We would love for you to be present in this very moment with us. Honored guest, we are gathered here to join Zy and Kat in the union of marriage. This contract is not to be entered into lightly, but thoughtfully and seriously, with deep realization of obligations and responsibilities. Please remember that love, loyalty, and understanding are the foundations of a happy and enduring home. Kat and Zy have decided to write their own vows, and now we'll exchange them.
Me first, I believe.
Zy.
When writing vows, many people struggle to think of what to say. I had the opposite issue. I had several drafts of vows, and as my party can attest, could not decide which one to use. Even as I stand here reading these words, I am thinking of 100 different things I want to tell you. How could I possibly pick among the 100 of things I wanted to say? But for the sake of our friends and family, I will, for once in my life, not launch into a 30-minute monologue. There's a quote from Our Flag Means Death. It begins with a question. How does it feel to be in love? It feels easy. It's just like breathing. You understand each other's idiosyncrasies. You find them charming, even. And we expose each other to new things, new ideas, and we laugh a lot. We just pass the time so well. I'd call those things love. Loving you has always been easy. I never felt myself looking for a reason to love you. In fact, I am drowning in reasons to. You understand me in ways I am unable to. You find the things in me lovable that I wasn't aware existed. And we expose each other to so many new things. Not just shows like the one I just quoted. You exposed me to allowing to feel. You expose me to being open to feeling without repressing them, to enjoy every conversation no matter how difficult they are to have, to value who I am no matter how harsh I am to myself. And man, time has truly passed with you. It baffles me how long it's been since I first met you. You're able to make eye contact with me now when we talk, so that's great. Most importantly, I have never had a moment with you where I've ever felt unloved. Even in our worst moments, I knew you loved me, and I cherish never having to feel uncertain. There's a trend that goes around with couples where the question is asked, do you believe we are together in every dimension or universe or every life? Usually, it is followed by several drawings of the couple in different lifetimes and universes. I never spent time thinking on this trend because I don't need to ponder what ifs. I know that right here, with this life I have, in this world that we share, that I love you more than could ever be possible. I don't want to think about what ifs. I don't want to think about anything else but you. I want to enjoy the life I will have with you now, because I know it will be beyond compare.
And Kat.
When you find somebody that you love, it feels like hope. And I wish I'd had the words to say when I first felt that hope with you. It was far earlier than I ever told you I love you for the first time. It was you and I sharing a blanket and watching a video game playthrough in our dorm room, and I felt that same hope listening to your commentary. Loving you came to me like breathing, but every breath is the first after being underwater. It sustains, it nourishes, brings me whole again. Loving you has been like lying in the sunlight and feeling the life all around. Loving you is the brisk calmness just as sunrise begins. Cold's not so cold when I have your arms to come back to. Barring all other transportation, I'd walk to you to get back to you. My life from the moment you landed in it is so much richer for it. I wrote a poem many years ago. It was an ode to the person I'll spend my life with. I wrote it with hopes for the future and some fears, but mostly it was hope. I wasn't ready to admit to myself that I was writing about you. I tried writing a part 2 that eventually turned into these vows. I no longer have to wonder if the face of the person I'll spend my life with is one that I know yet, because I get to wake up to it every day. Your touch brings me comfort and joy to my life. You fill my life with music, from singing in the shower to performing on the stage. I know from my life growing up that lasting marriages all share the same bones. They have names like love and respect, and one person who likes pickles and one who does not. The beautiful thing is now we get to shape what goes around those bones. Every time I bring home something small, just a little thinking of you, like flowers, your response always ensures that I know I want to spend the rest of my life showering you with little thinking of yous, so you always know how much you are loved and how often you are on my mind. When death takes my hand, I will hold you with the other, and I will find you in every lifetime. I've been folding paper cranes since I was 10 years old. It's Japanese tradition that when someone folds 1,000 cranes, they are granted a wish. I've folded napkins at events and wristband tabs at bars and the little sticky elastic that goes around cutlery. I don't know when I passed 1,000, but I know that I have, because my greatest wish is coming true, to spend my life with you. Before I start my promises, I want to thank you first. Thank you for being the loudest laughter from the dorm in 2016. Because before I even knew your name, I knew you had one hell of a laugh. I promise to always be your first line of defense against home intruders. It will come in handy someday, I promise. I promise to always listen to your rants, and I promise my last bite of ice cream and my last piece of pizza. I promise to be by your side through the darkest nights and through the brightest days, to chase my dreams as you chase yours, to be your slightly lagging partner in every game we play, to be your buddy all night long and to tuck you in with a glass of water at the end of the night. To always be an ear to rant to explore the world with you, to make art with you, to create a home with you, to dance with you, to sword fight with you, to always be a hand to hold and uplift, to love you, body and soul. That is my promise to my soulmate.
Zai, do you take Kat to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, in sickness and health, in good times and woe, for richer or poor, keeping yourself unto her for as long as you both shall live? If so, say I do.
I do.
And Kat, do you take Zai to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, in good time and woe, for richer and poor, keeping yourself unto him for as long as you both shall live? If so, say I do.
I do.
Kat and Zai will now exchange rings as a symbol of their love and fidelity. The ring is an unbroken circle representing unending love. As often as either of you look upon these rings, may you be reminded of of this moment and the love that you have promised to one another. Kat, place this ring on Zai's finger and repeat after me. Zai, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love and my choosing to share my life's journey with you, and give you this ring as a pledge of our love for today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
Zai, I give you this ring as a symbol of our unending love, and I pledge that every time we look upon these rings, it will remind me of
Your love today.
Our love today, tomorrow, and forever.
Zai, place the ring on her finger. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
And that I am choosing to share my life's journey with you.
And that I'm choosing to share my life's journey with you.
And giving you this ring with a pledge of love today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
And giving you this ring with a pledge of loving you today, tomorrow, and forever.
Zai and Kat have chose the Celtic hand fastening ceremony to tie the knot, which dates back centuries as a symbolization of them coming forward and pledging themselves to one another. Now, at this time, by the authority vested in me by the state of Indiana, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Zai, you may kiss your bride.
It's okay. You can take a job. You can take a job. It's okay.
May I present to you for the first time in public, Mr. and Mrs. Reed.
I am
I can't explain the feeling I get when stop looking in those blue eyes. Shorty so fly, need you all night, need you for life. She look like wow, and never your smile. And every time I get to kiss you each morning, strawberry sky. 'Cause I get so lost in blueberry eyes. I'm running through my dreams too. See you in the light. 'Cause I get so lost in blueberry eyes. 내 그림자를 가둬놔주기 뺀 어둡기만 한 내 삶을
Me too. I can barely read my vows.
That's why I
I was
just
like,
got write
what
it down
does
for
that
me.
say?
That's the pretty one. Now you got
Yeah.
the legal
The
one.
actual
to-
legal one, yeah. All right.
It's all just for show.
Okay. Put my hand on that. Oh my goodness.
Tell us before I even saw you. I saw your dad trying to help you back on the train and I lost him.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah, Big Sam sits in the cup chair. Big sit in the cup chair. We did not sit.
And we were also all just like,
For you, my dear.
I said that you looked over like.
Yeah, that's not your last name.
That's fine. Yeah. I lost my eyelashes. Oh my god. I cried them off. I cried them off.
I think that's it, right? I think everything else is filled out by others.
Witnesses.
Jorge, Emma.
Yes. Emma,
You guys are our witnesses.
Okay. Here.
You're all
Witness.
Get perceived.
Get received.
you've been seen.
Yes.
Chief, has never made a legal signature.
No!
You get excited.
It's 69.
The ninth day of Pride.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
On the 9th day of Pride.
When we found out that this was going to be one, they went,
It's legal!
Do you have to sign the real one too? Will you sign the
The legal one doesn't require.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
just the pretty one.
I know, right?
Not anymore.
They feel today, right here and right now, Lord, and I just pray that you will bless them indefinitely. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Never apologize for that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Not gonna cry again. Not until the reception. How dare you?
There we go. That saved it. That saved it. You're better.
There it is. There's a
You're better now.
mistake. That's. I think we're good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Could someone just make sure it's somewhere safe?
I
for
will
us?
put it I'll put it upstairs with
That'd be
the,
perfect.
with your vows in the box that just came in. Excellent.
Here, actually, can we store the vows
Oh my
together?
God.
Yes.
Do we have them?
Hers is up there, so I'm
Dark Wizard.
When I met Zai and Kat, it was 2020 COVID, and I met them through my best friend, Jessica. And the first thing that Zai said to me was, "Hi, I'm Zai. I'm Jess's token black friend." And then the next thing I said, just to match the energy, was like, "No way. I'm Jess's token Latina friend." And we've been best friends ever since.
Congratulations, Zai and Kat. You've come so far, Zai, from the little boy who used to wear my Velcro rollers in your hair when I would get ready for dates down in Abilene. Good luck to the both of you. I wish you the best forever.
So one of my favorite memories of Zai Reed was when I was attending Barrier's performance, and Zai was doing his song, and I was really excited. I was really hyped up for it, and then out of nowhere, the most insane tap dance number starts, and the crowd starts roaring. And not only tap, Zai pulls out a trumpet and starts singing the house down boots, and is performing, is slamming, and everybody is roaring. And I remember my jaw was on the floor. I was agog, and that's when I knew that Zai Reed was the most talented performer I've ever seen in my life, and I can't wait to see the things he's gonna do.
So the first time I ever met Zai, or I guess ever talked to Zai, was in a Discord call, and I said I was a content creator, and he very quickly said, "Oh good, I'm gonna use you for clout." And I laughed my butt off, and I didn't meet Kat until we were in person, but I just got the biggest hug, and it was so sweet.
So it was our junior year of college, and Zai and I were in the same show together, Motherfucker with the Hat. And Zai was the lead role. He was the motherfucker with the hat. And it was just a great time. Like, we had a really funny scene together, and he had grown into himself so much as an actor. It was such a pleasure to watch him perform, and he's amazing at everything he does, and is always uplifting people, taking care of us. He bought pizza for our class multiple times. He's just the sweetest person on earth, and I'm so happy for him and Kat.
Okay, Zai, you were one of my very first friends, one of the first people who was ever kind to me in our class. I have this distinct memory of us sitting together in my dorm room at Eton, one of the first times you and I ever hung out, and we ordered Buffalo Wild Wings. I think because I wanted it and you were just there to support me in this moment, and then for some reason, our Uber Eats delivery driver was Alex Michelle, and I remember both of us were like, what the fuck is going on? But I have so many great memories of us together, doing ups in class, Doll's House, and you and I constantly clocking everyone else's BS. And I'm so, so, so honored to know you and to be here for your special day and to know that you have such a wonderful love with Kat and such a beautiful future together. I'm so honored, and I love you both so much, and I'm so happy that we get to share these wonderful moments in our lives together.
So I got to meet Kat and Zai in person 2 years ago now, 2.5 actually, for their engagement trip in Chicago. And Kat did not know it was their engagement trip, but I did, and I got to meet them in person, and they were lovely from the get-go and made me feel like I was a part of this group all along. And my boyfriend, the best man, and I went along to the Shed Aquarium with them for their engagement, and we got to see the proposal happen, and it made that entire trip, like the blistering cold, worth it. And I have a picture of the two of them right here, Kat and Zai. I am so happy to see you two today. Thank you for letting me into your life, and I will never forget then and now.
Many years ago, we went down to meet Jen and Jonathan and their family in San Antonio. And I'm Zachary's grandfather, Bob. And all the kids know that I love to tease them. And I was teasing all the kids every day, all through the day and night. And finally, about the fourth day we were there, I was teasing Zachary and trying to get a rise out of him, and he turned to me and he said, Bob, give it a rest. And that's one thing I remember. I had to back off and stop teasing them.
Zai and Kat, thank you so much for having us here. It was such an honor and a privilege to be part of your wedding and to see the absolute the drama of it all, which is so in keeping with who you guys are, and it was just absolutely beautiful. We loved the music. You know that with Grace and our family loving music, we listen to everything. And Carlton and William couldn't be here. They're here in town, as you know, but in the interest of safety for everybody else, they decided to stay back. And but if Carlton was here, he would tell you that the Rainbow Connection is one of his favorites, made popular during the voice competition because 1 year a young teenager won singing that song. So he would have loved that, and I took a little snippet of it so I can play it for him. So let me let Elizabeth and Grace say a word too, and then we'll say again, congratulations.
Congratulations. It was such a beautiful ceremony filled with so much love and emotion. And I could hear the sniffles on both sides of the aisles. And so it was just a beautiful moment to witness for the both of you. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you for inviting us. I remember, Zachary, when you were little and how Jenny did such a wonderful job taking care of all of you, and Jonathan too. And we're just so honored to be here to celebrate this special day. And it was and is wonderful to see your love for each other. My favorite part was the entrance, and that was dramatic and exciting. And my other favorite part was the vows. That was very special. So thank you. We love you. If you ever...
I have one more thing. I'm sorry. I just had a flashback of your dad would send us YouTube links so that we could hear your performances when you were in Utah. And that's when we knew you had been bitten by the bug and you would have a life filled with the arts. And it's so great to see all that come to fruition. We're so proud of you.
Yes, we love you. Congratulations.
So one story I'm always going to remember about Zai is about how caring he is. Growing up, we played a lot of sports together, being only about 1.5 years apart. And for me, having someone that supportive on the sidelines has been something I've always enjoyed. So when we were little, we played on the same baseball team, and I was having a really bad game. I think I was about 7 at this point, so he was around 9 years old. And he was in the infield just encouraging me over and over and over again. And the way I am, I got a little upset at that, turned around and wound up throwing a baseball at him. It proceeded to my mom dragging me off the field for that baseball game, and I'll just never forget that moment. It shows how caring Zai is and how loving he is, and I'm so glad that I have him as a brother.
Kat and Zai had me over to their room one night, and we were just having a great time. They were drinking, and Zai went to the restroom, and Kat was getting a little bit too turnt, and they kind of fell asleep on the couch. And I was looking around, and I was like, I don't know where Zai is. And I go and open the door, and there's Zai asleep on the toilet. And so I had to put some glasses of water out next to both of them, and put some Post-it notes to make sure they read it, and put some blankets over them, and then they were very lovely. But Zai did fall asleep on the toilet, and Kat was very much passed out on the couch.
One time, Kat and Zai were over at my house in Chicago, and we were having fun, and Zai had made a joke about something to do with the ocean. So I looked at Kat and I went, well, what do you think? You're a marine bio major. And they, without skipping a beat, got up, walked across the room, got their wallet, and pulled out a miniature version of their marine science degree and slipped it to me like a drug deal.
One of my favorite just stories in general about Kit Kat is actually one of the last times I saw them, which is like, it hurts before COVID and everything, was they really wanted to do the drag performance at our school really bad. And she was like, but I don't want to do it alone. Casey, will you do it with me? And I'm like, of course. And we both became like the emo king and queen of the prom. And it was absolutely fantastic. And they are my emo drag boyfriend. And go see them in drag if you ever have. Go see Kat in drag. She is fantastic. It's great.
So this was about like maybe a day or two after I had first met Kat and Zai, and we were hanging out in Jess's dorm room because we were all in town and we all wanted a place to hang. And for some reason, I really don't remember the circumstances, Steven gets up against the counter and Zai like winds up like the biggest slap I have ever seen, and wham, slaps him right on the ass. And Steven, from the pain and from laughing so hard, falls over onto the floor and is down there for a solid 2 minutes. And it is by far the best introduction I've ever had for anybody.
So in 2020, Kat and Casey and two of our other mutual friends were living in an apartment together. So 4 people in a 4-bedroom university apartment. And somehow, within a couple of weeks, it became 8 of us living in that 4-bedroom apartment. And that's how I began my 2022. And I really wish it had gotten to end that way. I wish that I could have seen through that last year with all 6 or 7 of them. But instead, it ended with everyone moving out unexpectedly and having to leave all their things behind during spring break of 2020. And Kat frantically texting me, asking if I can hide all of the unmentionable items around the apartment and make sure everything was put away before the movers came, because they were just going to throw things in boxes. So it was my job to go around to everyone's room and whatever types of adult items they may or may not have had, or even alcohol that they may or may not have allegedly had, it was my job to put it all away. So that is one of the very last time that I saw Kat before today. So congrats to them, and the very best memories from that year that you could ever have. So.
Hi, so I can't believe I'm about to tell you this story, but so I'm a trans guy, right? And I sometimes feel a little bit self-conscious about not having the right equipment. So I bought something that resembles it. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And it was like the whole friend group, we were all hanging out in one of our dorms. And Zai, I believe it was, took my privates, and he decided to throw them against the window, and it stuck for a couple of seconds. So then we all took turns throwing my genitals against the wall, against the ceiling, to the point that it actually left a stain in Jessica's dorm ceiling. So I think that is probably one of the funniest moments this friend group has ever had, and I hate all of you for making me recount this in such a lovely venue. Thank you.
All right, so we were there, Zai and I, in Miami, Florida, and we were all on our way to Disney World, driving. And Zai got in my car, and the other group had already left a long time ago, we were late. Very, very late. And I thought to myself, wow, we have to pick up Steven on the way. We're not going to make it in time. That's a whole 7-hour trek. How are we going to make it in time? But Zai looked at me dead in the eyes, and he said, I know exactly what we are, what we need to be. You, Steven, and I are the POC-icle. And because of that, we can move faster than the speed of sound. And that 7-hour drive, Zai and I, once we got Steven in the car, we had a whole meal in between the drive, an hour-long meal. And let me tell you, we got all the way from Miami, Florida to Disney in a matter of 4 hours, including the meal. That was supposed to be a 7-hour drive with that detour, but we got there right on time with the other group. And we couldn't have done it without Zai yapping out about every little detail that we could into my ear. And I had the greatest time I possibly could. Okay. Oh, and I had the greatest time humanly possible. It was a really fun time. Sorry, I just heard something. But yeah, that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I may have your attention, please. If you look through the door, we're about to bring in the Reed Bridal Party. They are excited, and I want to hear everybody show them their excitement and love. So everybody, clap your hands, stomp your feet as we bring in the Reed Bridal Party. Jacob and Viola. Sam and Zan. Wisdom and Bennett. Stephen and Casey. Jessica and Nicole. Jorge and Emma. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we bring to the room Mr. and Mix Zai and Kat Reed. If everyone please have a seat, and the Roval staff here at the Bel Air will be bringing out salads and dinner momentarily. Thank you.
There we go. No, there's.
Sorry.
I don't know if I can eat all that.
I'll fix it.
It's okay, just get to my teeth.
There we go. I'm gonna do that.
Ready? Oh, wait.
It all just kind of fell off onto my shorts.
matching thing I need is maybe matching little rings, but that can wait for when we're 80 and out of options.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the toast to the bride and groom. And we've got some folks here that want to have their say in support of the couple. We're going to start with Jonathan and Jennifer.
Yep. Good evening, Jonathan, Jennifer Reed, proud parent of the groom. Thank you, everyone, for traveling to Kokomo to celebrate this moment with us. We're very excited to give a toast, and what we'll do this as a tag team. As parents, we obviously work together to raise Zai because it took both of us to do that. So, to get started, many of you know that Zai is the second oldest of our 5 boys. Zai and his older brother Marcus were both born in 1997. But the similarities stopped there. God must have thought we needed something more challenging than 2 boys under a year and blessed us with 2 sons with very distinctive looks and personalities. As Zai became a toddler, his larger-than-life personality blossomed, and we got a glimpse into the next 2 decades of our life. He was a happy, energetic 2-year-old that rarely slept and never stopped moving. He sang and danced all day, and his booming voice made it very easy to track him on the playground, but difficult to be discreet in church. During this time, the personality traits and God-given talents that made him so special started to emerge.
We learned that Zai not only looks like his dad, but also has inherited his communication style, direct and honest. We were on a family vacation. My dad has a great sense of humor. He loves to joke with the grandkids. After 3 days of activities, Zai wanted to sleep during the drive back to the hotel. When my dad started joking with the boys, 2-year-old Zai put his hands on his hips and said, "Take a break, Bob." A few years later, Zai asked a friend of mine to play catch. After tossing the football a few times, Zai put the ball down and said, "Oh, you're one of those moms who doesn't play sports," and walked back inside. So my advice to Kat is, be careful asking questions if you don't want a brutally honest answer. However, don't be afraid to talk about tough topics or share your feelings, because beyond that direct communication style, we are both blessed to have spouses that will laugh with us, cry with us, and be our rock during life's toughest challenges.
When Marcus and Zai were 3 and 2 years old, we went to a local fast food restaurant with an indoor playground. This playground had a slide that emptied to a huge ball pit. As we watched from the slide's entrance, Zai saw an elementary-age boy push Marcus when he entered the ball pit. Before my wife and I had a chance to react, Zai flew out of the slide and tackled the boy in one grand motion. The older boy was so shocked to be struck by the toddler torpedo that he just laid there until his own mother made him leave the playground. That instant gave us a glimpse into a lifetime of moments where Zai would take on the role of protector. Whether it was chasing down and yelling, "That's my brother," to the paramedic who was rushing out of the house with our infant, or standing up for a tiny classmate being bullied by 5 boys, Zai never hesitated to step in and help those in need. His heart and compassion for others has always stood out.
Earlier that same year, we learned Zai was a born leader. During the end of the year's preschool party, he went to two-year-old Mother's Day Out party. We were moving that following summer, and so the teachers were telling us how much they were going to miss Zai. Much to our surprise, we learned that Zai actually ran the class. When he was hungry, he told the kids, "Go get your lunchbox. It's time to eat." Feeling tired? Get your nap mats, lay them down, and take a rest. Want to go outside? Line the kids up and say, "Hey, it's time to go outside." Much to our shock, the teachers found it easier to let Zai run the class than to redirect him. We were really surprised when one of the teachers said to us, "I don't know how you do it. How do you rock him to sleep? He's such a big boy." Yes, our 40-pound 2-year-old, who had never been rocked to sleep a day in his life, convinced the teachers that he had to go be rocked to fall asleep. Zai's take-charge personality continued to shine. The following year, he was in a preschool play, and we found him feeding lines to the other kids and directing them where to stand. Later on, when we tried sports, he had more fun teaching the opposing players what to do than actually participating himself. It wasn't always easy to parent the child that insisted on taking the lead, but we knew that God had special plans for Zai.
During his toddler years, Zai's musical ability started to surface. While on a family trip to a children's museum, Zai and his mom were exploring a sound exhibit where you had to match the notes in a song to separate note choices. Zai's mom, who is definitely tone deaf, tried to complete the task and failed miserably. At that point, her toddler said, "Mom, you are so funny," and then proceeded to complete the task flawlessly without missing a single note. My wife felt a little better about being upstaged by a 2-year-old when just over a year later, Zai started to play the piano by ear. In addition to the love of music, Zai had an extraordinary imagination. Whether it was dressing up in full costume to go grocery shopping, or confusing a passing bicyclist by yelling, "Hi, Cece's dad," to the man who suddenly became his imaginary friend's long-lost father. Zai made our lives unpredictable and colorful. Let's just say we were not surprised when he naturally took to the stage in musical theater starting in 3rd grade.
Zai's intelligence and curiosity were a blessing and a challenge as parents. When he grabbed a bag of candy for his kindergarten class of 21 and said, "Let's get this one. It has 65 pieces. That's 3 for each of us, with 2 left over," I was shocked and worried at the same time. It was hard enough to keep up with him physically, but now he's going to challenge us mentally as well. Thank God we didn't take Jonathan's brother's advice and wait till we were older to have kids. It's been a joy and adventure to raise Zai, but we would often joke, "God bless his future wife." We knew she would have to be a very special person to keep up with his boundless energy and personality. And that brings us to why we are here today.
During Zai's freshman year at Miami, we heard a lot about all his new friends and classmates. There were a lot of new faces, but one girl in particular kept showing up when we would FaceTime. For the next 2 to 3 years, we waited for the news that Zai and Kat were dating. In fact, during sophomore year, when Zai told his mom that, quote, "Kat is such a good friend," he knows what's coming next. "Kat is such a good friend. I know she will be at my wedding." True. Zai's mom responded, "You mean at the altar?" And here we are. We could not have created a better person for Zai if we tried. They have so many shared interests and hobbies, which is an important foundation of their friendship. Yet they are so different in ways that allow them to complement each other perfectly. During the time that Kat lived with us, it was a blessing to get to know her and her family. Kat, we are so excited to have you officially become part of our family. As you grow together, you'll experience many ups and downs in marriage, but we'll also learn that when you have the right person by your side, anything is possible, and your love will continue to grow with each passing year. Congratulations. We love you both.
Ty and Teresa.
Hi, I'm Ty, Catherine's dad. I'd like to welcome everyone. It's been a great day. I'd like to thank everyone who's come so far to make this day special. And you guys worked so hard at it. My God, did you guys work hard at it. It was amazing to watch. I'm really happy today. I'm tired, but happy. I'm happy that Catherine went to college, found love, married her sweetheart. I'm happy because Zai's a good kid. I'm happy I got to meet and hang out with so many of his friends this weekend. I like them. They're amazing. I'm happy because I got to talk some more with the Reeds. I got to know them better. I'm happy because I want to see where these two go. You know, you two are now on an adventure, and I will watch in anticipation every episode of your guys' lives. Yeah, I'm making references to TV. I'm happy to be here with my wife. We've been married a while now, and it's been a joy. She's my best friend and partner in this life, and we're always joking around and trying to make the other one laugh, being affectionate, or helping each other out. We're a team. We've always been a team. Whether it's sharing chores, finances, or planning for the future, we're a team, and it's a joy. My gut tells me you two are the exact same way. I've never given a toast before, and it would give me great joy if we could raise a glass to Zai and Catherine. Thanks.
Emma? Mom? Oh, Mom didn't come up. That is right. Here we go.
Hello, I'm Teresa. I'm Kat's mom. I didn't come up because if I stand still, I'll pass out for you, so I'm not going to do that. I didn't want to stand there and wait. So anyways, Ty asked me if I was going to write anything down today for the speech, and I told him, no, that's a waste of time because when I get nervous, I can't read. Found that out in college. It was not fun. It's just not there. So I'll just go impromptu with this. So yeah, I remember the first time I started hearing the name Zai. It was in college early in her years, and my mom, who's been passed a few years now, she had a way of knowing stuff, and she's like, she's going to marry Zai. Just out of nowhere, I'm like, what? She doesn't know him yet. And she's like, I'm telling you what. Freshman year, that's what she did, and Gran was never wrong. And here we are. So anyways, when Zai called us up in November, October, before he proposed, he called up to ask permission to ask for Catherine's hand. And we'd already discussed this possible phone call, so we were like, yeah, we were good. And as I walked out of the library after that phone call, after I got over my excitement and wiped some tears, I just had it pop into my head. I thought, I know exactly what I'm going to talk about at that toast. It came into my head. So what most of you probably know, some of you may not, was we homeschool. We home educated all the kids. And it was a choice we made out of academic choice, out of what we felt was a necessity. Because see, we were new parents. We knew nothing. You never do when it's your first kid. We thought every kid reads when they're 3.5. That's normal. And preschool was not going to cut this situation, so we began to step into this scary new world of what are we doing, and is this going to be okay? And I was really glad and blessed to have a lot of mom mentors that had kids my age, and they took me under their wing and showed us how to do this. And they said, you need to go to some conferences, get your confidence up and your skill set. So I went, and they have lectures on different topics, and I found the one on my first conference. I went to that. I went in there, sat down, and it was how to homeschool your kid through high school. And I was sitting at this table, round table, with all these other ladies, and we were introducing, and they're like, well, say who you are and say how old your oldest kid is. And so, oh, my name is Mary, my oldest twin's 16, my name's Jessica, my oldest twins are 17, and they got around to me, and I was like, I'm Teresa, my oldest one's 4. And they thought I misspoke. You mean 14? No, 4. And they, are you sharing the right lecture? And I'm like, yeah. I like to kind of know what's coming. I'm a planner, so it went fine, and the lecture was fine. But after the lecture was over, Mrs. Brown, Marilyn Brown, she was there at another table. She came up to me and she said, I've been thinking about you during this lecture. And she says, I have some advice for you. Because she knew I was a planner and everything. And I was like, what? She goes, this is just as important as knowing what to do when they get to high school. She goes, okay. I go, okay. And she said, well, she's 4. Odds are the person she's going to marry is already walking this earth. You don't have to know the name. You don't have to know anything about this person. But you can still pray for them. And you can start doing that right now, she said. Marilyn was right now kind of a mom. And so I thought, oh, that's a great idea. So going forward, all of the mile markers Catherine walked through, you know, first day of kindergarten, first day of the different activities she did, getting the driver's license, first job, holidays, I would always offer up a prayer for that unknown person that was in her midst and not yet in it yet. And so we go forward, and I was taking Catherine out to the Reeds to go move out there. And they were so wonderful and so gracious because I was so tired. And they wanted to know, well, what's she want to do when she's here? What tourist stuff? I said, no, they are my tourist attraction. I want to get to know the family. And Mrs. Reed was so wonderful. Jonathan was too. Mrs. Reed sat me down and she showed me all these pictures of when I was a baby, baptism picture, all the school pictures. And she is amazingly organized. She showed me the VBS performance videos and the acting videos up through high school. And I really enjoyed getting to see that part of Zai. But what was interesting was right after she started doing that, I heard my friend Marilyn's voice in my head again. And I realized, she's going through these mile markers. I have a face now. I have the name and the face. And I was just like reliving those moments. And that was such a gift, Jen, to be able to think back through that and to see that. And so you too. I was so excited for you and so excited to see what your future brings. You're going to be a force of nature. There's no maybes. And we wish you all love and every blessing.
Hello, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I am Emma, Kat's maid of honor and longtime friend from our homeschooling days. I'm very, very happy to be here with all of you to celebrate this couple we love so much. I'd say Kat and I became best friends a few years before college, and it quickly escalated into late-night drives where Kat would pick me up in the evenings, and we'd drive aimlessly for hours, just talking about life. Our frustrations, our joys, our highs and our lows. While weaving our way through back streets all around Kokomo, Tipton, and Sharpsville, we wove together the strings of a lifelong friendship that I feel so lucky to have found at the perfect time. Kat, because of you, I learned what it is to be a truly good listener, to have empathy towards others, and how to stand up for myself. I can't imagine being the person I am without following your lead. I now have a fond memory of Kat and Zai to share with you all. The year is 2016, and Kat and I are sitting in a video call together. Kat is in Miami, enjoying her first year of college. In the background of our call, I see this tall, outspoken, and funny guy that I would soon come to know as Zai. He was laughing and joking around with friends, but he also couldn't seem to help trying to join in with our Skype call, acting goofy in front of the camera, and most especially in front of Kat. Despite not knowing him yet, I knew from that call that Kat and Zai were destined for each other. Your friendship and affection for each other was obvious to me already. Thus began 4 years of a friendship that was given nurture and care and developed slowly into something more as you grew apart and grew up and grew together again through all the ups and downs that come with friendship in that crucial time of life. As I watched your friendship develop, I was confident you two were forever. And it was only a matter of time before we found ourselves in this exact place where we all stand and sit today. I feel so grateful that I got to watch your relationship grow and change from two nerdy college friends with a shared love of video games and theater, and over time, it bloomed into one of the most passionate, loving, giving, caring, genuine love stories I've ever seen. I'd like to propose a toast to my best friend Kat and their wonderful husband Zai, to Kat and Zai Reed.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jorge. I don't know if I'm the best man here, but I'm certainly that by title. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're wonderful, but it's not you today. Because in reality, this guy right here, I sat down to write something at least like 20 times. And I never figured it out. Because I thought to myself that I always started with the same sentence. How do you encapsulate everything that these two are ever at all? In the time we have, what they mean to all of us. Individually, our stories with them are just as profound, just as wonderful, just as heartwarming as each and every other story, you know? So I thought I'll take it back to how I met them. When I applied to the University of Miami, I did so with the intention of leaving after 2 years. I did not want to be there. I got into other places, but I was tired, I was depressed, I was in a weird place in my life, so I just thought, you know what? This is fine. I'm happy here. So I went, and I decided that I would not make any friends. In the time that I'd spend in the University of Miami, nobody, not a single soul would be let into my heart, because that would make it harder to leave. 1 year went by, and I was perfect. I was coasting. I was perfectly depressed, you know, the way that a cool kid is. And that's when I got invited to one of the worst productions we've ever been a part of. Kane Stage's The Little Mermaid. And I remember I was so excited because I had no idea what their reputation was. But I was pulled in by the director, who does not need to be here. But I remember I walked in to the first rehearsal. They had already been rehearsing for a couple months, or a month, I don't know. I showed up, and I saw the biggest beaming smile I have ever seen in my entire life. And I thought to myself, and please excuse my profanity, fuck. I can't do it. And I knew right then and there that Zai would become one of the best friends I would ever make in my entire life. And you pulled me aside. I had no idea what I was doing. And you just had me in that group. And I don't think you even know this. I was so alone. And you were this shining beacon of light that just brought joy and love into everyone here's hearts. And Kat, you're not safe. You're not safe because you were right there next to him. And I remember you and I were a little comedic dynamic duo aboard the ship that we were sailing in that silly show. But enough about that. Because our friendship, both of our friendships, blossomed after that. And I got incredibly close with the both of you. And I am honored to be here. And I would never miss it for the entire world. Just to be right here with you. Just like I was there in the moment that you two proposed. That moment that I will never forget for my entire life. A moment that means the entire world to me, that you would have me there and that you would have me here. So hey, I don't have anything written down, but that is a mere snippet of everything that I gathered in my cacophony of thoughts, my cacophony of love for the both of you. So, I say this for everyone, and I say this for myself. I love you, and thank you, and congratulations. Who's next?
All right, way to follow that, I guess. I'll keep this short, like Steven had to. Yeah. The first time Bennett invited me to hang out with Kat and Zai, I said no. It was freshman year during Druid Tech, it was late at night, and I had never been to Zai's place before, and it just didn't feel right. Thankfully, the universe ignored me, and the very next day, I went to go have lunch with Bennett, who, lo and behold, was sitting right next to Kat and Zai. Zai and I instantly bonded over theater, and Kat and I over the fact that before today, we were the only two people who had ever set foot in Kokomo, Indiana. For the last 5 years, I have gotten to share so many incredible memories with them both, from debating what qualifies as a condiment in your dorm room, to the mom we'd like to fight at Disney, to your engagement dinner in Chicago, which shout out to Jared for getting apple juice to Jorge in honor of that, to today. A day spent with Zai and Kat is a day of laughter, joy, and love. And even though this does mean that my curse of always somehow managing to look at you the second you do something romantic will now last the rest of our lives, to see you both happy is well worth it. It's still hard to think that all those years ago, I almost missed out on meeting both of you. To know Kat and Zai is to live a better life, of that I'm sure we can all agree. So here's to the rest of yours together. I love you.
Oh my God. You see what I have to deal with? Okay, hello everyone. Thank you all so much for coming. I cannot promise that I won't cry as hard as I did during the ceremony, but I will try my very best to speak clearly and be coherent for all of you. So, yeah. Also, did I mention my name is Steven? So, I'll start with Kat. Kat. Oh my God. I told myself I wasn't going to be nervous because I do public speaking for a living, but I am a little bit. All right. Kat, you are one of my closest friends. The biggest reason why is that you are one of the most loyal people that I know. You have been a shoulder to cry on when I badly needed it.
I don't have to explain the details, you know. I can be vulnerable with you without fear. You understand me in a way that few other people can. Oh my God, I'm already a mess. God, why? But enough on what you do for me. You are your own brilliant, shining star. You are incredibly smart, more than I ever could be. I'm bad at math and science, but you're brilliant. Your passion for your interests, be that the Magnus Archives or My Chemical Romance, which I know you've written a lot for, is inspiring to me. You work hard, you're sensible for the most part, and you are absolutely irreplaceable to those around you. I'm so happy that you're in my life. Oh, God. So moving to Zai, when I met you, I was a very different person, literally. And when I saw you for the first time, I immediately knew that I wanted to be your friend. Your energy and your confidence was something that drew me like a Mothman to a flame. That was Sam's suggestion, thank you. If it had been just on me, I probably would have let the moment pass. I would have just thought, I'll just make a fool of myself. Why should I bother? But you pulled me in. You saw me and you made space for me, and from that moment, I was not alone. Because I did not have any friends at University of Miami before you. You did that, man, and I love you. I'm trying, guys, I'm really trying. You inspire not just me, but everyone around you. You have a deep sense of justice. You are incredibly funny. Your warm laugh always brings out mine. Your creativity is unparalleled. You're an insane talent, and I know you will be one hell of a dad. I am not a particularly religious person, but thank God that I get to be in your future. My life would not, oh my God, my life would not be the same without both of your presences. I would not laugh nor smile nor feel as comfortable in myself as I do without you. I would not be the person that I am today. I am so happy for the both of you at this moment. I am so deeply honored that I get to stand here by your side 5 years later. I love you both more than mere words can express. I wish you endless happiness in your married life. Thank you so much, man. Come here, man. I love you. Oh, God, I'm such a... Okay, who am I passing this to? This way? Okay. Anyone else here?
Sure. Hi. Hello. Much like Jorge, I find it really hard to parse my thoughts out and put onto paper just because they move kind of fast. I kind of said a lot of words the other day, and I promised myself that I would just kind of let everybody else have the time, but I feel like everyone kind of needs to know this and follow a little bit of the pattern that has been set up and emphasize the fact that you, in that time in our lives when we were all in college, and especially a lot of us were honestly a couple years younger than you, so you guys had already kind of stepped into your light at UM, and you decided all of these people who I don't know, who won't talk to anybody else, and who have decided to just kind of wallow in their loneliness, they're mine now. They're mine now. They're my children, and really we have become family. You took me in a place where I really didn't think I fit in, and this is gonna sound a little bit weird or maybe cheesy. You took me in a world full of actors, and you were like, hey, you matter too. You're not on stage, but you matter, and we can still be friends. And when COVID kind of hit, and I kind of stopped talking to people outside of my major, and even within my major, you know how it kind of gets. You called on me to do a job, and I said, you know what, it's Zai, I'll do it. I'd do anything for Zai, I'd do anything for Bennett, honestly. And after that, I was just sucked into this whole new world that you were so kind to share with me. And you brought us all together, and we just make each other so much better. So I just needed to thank you for that. That's it.
I don't know what.
Why not?
No, we're just talking.
Let's just talk. It's great. I don't have the two things I wanted to say is I met both of you through the Kane Stage production of Heathers, and I didn't have friends. I didn't talk to anyone the first year I was in college. I lost about 20 pounds that first year, and I was not doing great. And I showed up to Heathers, and one day after rehearsal, I was just walking to the dorms, and Zai said, "You're coming to my room, right?" Like, I was just walking over there, and Zai's like, "You're coming with us." And I was like, "Okay, sure." And then, from there, we've had a fantastic friendship, and I definitely wouldn't have made it through Miami without you. I wouldn't have made it through Miami without you, Kat. I remember we sat in the hot tub at the gym that one time, and we were just talking, and we were talking about schools we thought about going to and places we thought we could go, and I think in that moment was one of the times I decided that I was staying at Miami, because being there with you guys made it worth it. So thank you for keeping me on the right track, and I'm so glad you made it to this point together.
I didn't plan something either, but I want to say one more thing, because I was just thinking, and everyone's telling the first time they met Kat and Zai. I swear it's quick and it's cute, and I love you guys. It's the first time I met you guys. I don't even think you looked at me or really processed who I was, but it was maybe the second week of VGC, the three of our freshman year, and you two walked in and you sat at a VGC, Video Games Club. We're nerds up here. You walked into Video Games Club, and you sat down at a console in the back of the room, and I looked up at you two, and I'm like, "Oh, they're such a cute couple." And then I learned you were, and I'm like, "They're going to be such a cute couple." And that is very true. I saw you guys before you saw me. But we got really close right before COVID. Kat and I were rooming. I love them. And then Zai came into our lives. You can't have Kat without Zai. It's impossible. It's really impossible, even before you guys were together. But unlike most people at the table, I did not really keep in touch with you guys during COVID, because life happens. But today was the first time I really saw you guys in 4 years, and so not today, this weekend. But it's like nothing changed. And I love you guys for that, because the people you care about, and you'll care about them till the end of the earth. And I love you guys, and I'm so happy for you guys. And I don't need to say anything else. Mwah. I love you.
Hi. So, after hearing everyone else speak and hearing how they've met you for the first time and their experiences with that, I can honestly say, I don't remember meeting you for the first time. I honestly don't. But I do know that it's felt like I've always known you. I know that at UM it can feel isolating for all of us at some points, and us being one of like 4 black people, I know we can relate to that. There we go. But I also know that there's always been a moment where I can feel safe, and for some reason or another, I also made it back to your dorm room, and I also felt safe there, and I felt home there. And along the same lines, I don't remember ever knowing when you and Kat were dating. When did that happen? But I knew that you guys were always a pair. It was never a when, but an is. This is here, this is happening, and I don't know when you guys made it official. Today, I guess, but but I know that you guys have always emitted something great, something true, something to be proud of, and I am very proud of you two. Not because of anything you guys have done, even though I know you guys have done many amazing things, but I'm proud of who you are and how you've affected the world around you. And I know that you guys together are going to do that for many, many more people, and that's really exciting. That's it.
Don't worry, everyone
So, I don't know if y'all can tell, but a lot of us have just decided to grab the mic and talk. Like none of us have speeches prepared. Yeah, no, I know y'all can tell. But I think that just says a lot about who Zai and Kat are as people, because all we want to do is talk about you guys. All we want to do is share memories and stories and how much you guys mean to us and the things that you guys have done for us. And I'm sure if I pass this mic around to every single person here, you'd all have something great to say about them. But I'll tell how the story of how I met them, with sparing some details because y'all don't need to know everything. So, I got you. So I didn't know Kat and Zai individually. I met them as Kat and Zai because they were long gone from UM by the time I got to meet them. And the remnants of their amazingness, their greatness, their friendships, their family that they made somehow sucked me in, and Joy and Tilda, who are not here but send their love, just somehow managed to find themselves in our lives. And I got to meet you two and bond with you two and get to know the amazing and beautiful people that you are, both as individuals and as a power couple, because you guys are a power couple, like for real. And it's just, you guys just pulled me out of the darkest pit that is freshman year of any college, especially UMiami, and and just made my life that much more amazing. So thank you both, and raise a glass. Cheers to Zai and Kat. Woo! Pass to you and give it a hug.
I promise I'll be fast. So, similar to Josh, I don't remember when we met because we were kind of glued to each other for our entire college career, but I kind of wanted to bring things to a point that I think everybody has mentioned but nobody has said outright. What makes the two of you so exceedingly special and important to everyone in this room is because of how you love. And I don't just mean each other. I mean everything and everyone around you. I know you have been a shoulder for me 1,000,000 times, and vice versa. And the fact of the matter is, that is just who you are. There's nothing, both of you, there's nothing bad in there. You exude love and care for the people around you, and this room and table full of people who love you to death are all here because you have carried yourself through your entire life, pouring love out to everyone around you at a palpable level. So, one more time, l'chaim to Kat and Zai and to love. Going twice. Okay. Did you want?
Yeah.
One more.
Give me a turn. Calm yourselves. Get it together. All right. Most of you have told your stories of how you met Catherine and Zai, and as a sibling, I met Kat when I was born. But I can tell you about when I first met Zai. It was during the pandemic. Catherine had been home for a while, and you two had been like apart from each other for a long while. And when we finally got to meet Zai, and he came over to our house, and you and him were seeing each other for the first time in like months at this point, I had the realization that this was the happiest I had ever seen you. And during that visit, interacting with Zai as a group, as siblings, we mentioned that we're homeschooled. We're like a weird little group of siblings. Zai fit in perfectly. It's like he had been there the entire time. And it was incredible. And I have enjoyed having him as part of this family so much. And I want to say thank you to Zai for making Kat so happy, and thank you, Kat, for bringing Zai into our family.
Okay, are we sure? Walking back and forth. Wow. All right. Okay, Zai, if you would escort Kat out to the dance floor for your first dance together as husband and wife.
Sat by the river and it made me complete. Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the happy couple. We're going to hold Kat out here and have her father come out to join her, and we're going to have Zai escort her mother to the dance floor.
far away from there, and there is time, time, time to plant new seeds and watch them grow. So there'll be flowers in the window when we go out. Look at us now, flowers in the window. Such a lovely day, and I'm glad you feel the same. 'Cause you stand up out in the crowd, you are one in a million. I love you so. Let's watch the flowers grow. I'll look at you now, flowers in the window. Such a lovely day, and I'm glad you feel the same. 'Cause you stand up out in the crowd, you are one in a million. And I love you so. Let's watch the flowers Let's watch the flowers
Round of applause. Don't they look wonderful out there? All right. We're going to have Zai escort his mother to the dance floor, and we're going to have his father come out to dance with Kat.
I read a note my grandma wrote back in 1923. Grandpa kept it in his coat, and he showed it once to me. He said, boy, you might not understand, but a long, long time ago, Grandma's daddy didn't like me none, but I loved your grandma so. We had this crazy plan to meet and run away together, get married in the first town we came to and live forever. But nailed to the tree where we were supposed to meet instead, I found this letter, and this is what it said. If you get there before I do, don't give up on me. I'll meet you when my chores are through. I don't know how long I'll be, but I'm not gonna let you down. Darling, wait and see. And between now and then, till I see you again, I'll be loving you. Love me. I read those words just hours before my grandma passed away, in the doorway of a church where me and Grandpa stopped to pray. I know I'd never seen him cry in all my 15 years, but as he said these words to her, his eyes filled up with tears. If you get there before I do, don't give up on me. I'll meet you when my chores are through. I don't know how long I'll be, but I'm not gonna let you down. Darling, wait and see. And between now and then, till I see you again, I'll be loving you. I see you again, I'll be loving you. Love me.
All right, that's another happy couple out there. We're good. All right, we're going to do this on a count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Question number 1. Who is the better cook? Who snores more? Who sings better in the shower? Who fell in love first? Who is smarter? Who is more likely to be running late? Who is messier? Who is the better kisser? Who has the crazier family? Who was the first to say, I love you? Who is the moodiest? Moodiest. Who works harder? Who is more likely to apologize first? Who dances better? Who takes the longest to get ready? Who spends the most time on their phone? He's even laughing about it, guys. Who gives better presents? Who is more romantic? Who was cooler in high school? Who is funnier? Who is more likely to cry? Who made the first move? Who is more likely to get a traffic ticket? Who wants a baby first? Who will clean the house? And lastly, who loves the other the most? Ladies and gentlemen, that is our shoe game. We're going to give them a few moments to get their shoes back on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the anniversary dance. How the anniversary dance works is I guess the time you've been married. If you've been married longer than that, you may keep dancing. If I guess your time, please have a seat and let the rest of us finish the dance. If you've been married less than 1 week, please have a seat. Married less than 1 year, please have a seat. 3 years. 5 years. 10 years. Married less than 10 years, please have a seat. 13 years. 17 years. 20 years. 23 years. 25 years. Married less than 28 years. 30 years. 33 years. 35 years. 38 years. 40 years. 42 years. 45 years. 48 years. This dance is for you, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause here. I've got to know, how long have you been married?
55 years.
55 years. I'm gonna bring the newlyweds up here. Come on up here, guys. And if you have words of wisdom to impart to them, what would they be?
Just be each other's best friend.
Just laugh as much as you can and never get too upset about anything. Work it out together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to bring the bridal party up here. The entire bridal party, please come out to the dance floor. All right, everybody, I'm going to give you 20 seconds to go out into the crowd and bring back somebody to dance with on the dance floor.
Yeah, well, here we go.
Me neither. We'll figure it out. Everybody's getting into pairs. It's not a slow song.
This is something new. The Castle Slide Part 2, featuring the Platinum Band. And this time, we're gonna get funky. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dance floor is now open.
Everybody clap your hands! Cha-cha again. Cha-cha now, y'all. Cha-cha again. Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 2 ups, 2 ups. 2 ups, 2 ups. 1, 2. Let's go. Left foot, let's go. Charlie Brown. Slide to the right. Slide to the left. Take it back now, y'all. Don't believe it, just watch.
Stop.
Uncle Money!